How to dye hair naturally. 10 All natural hair dyes. 1. Peat is not strong enough to dye blonde hair black, but it is a great way to cover stray gray hairs. You can use black tea for dark hair, chamomile tea for blondes, and rooibos tea for redheads. The trick with tea is to make the tea very strong by using 3 to 5 tea bags in just 2 cups of water. Brew the tea as you usually would and then leave it to cool before you apply to your hair. Make sure it's not too hot. You will need to leave it on your hair for about an hour, and the longer you leave it, the stronger the coloring will be. 2. Coffee. One of great smelling, all natural hair dyes is coffee. It will darken hair and it is perfect for hiding gray hairs too. The process is the same as it is with tea. Make it strong, let it cool, and leave it sit on your hair for at least an hour. You can make the color last for longer if you give your hair a rinse in apple cider vinegar after you have dyed it. 3. Henna is one of the most popular all-natural hair dyes. It has been used for thousands of years to color hair, skin and nails. Used on its own, henna will create a red or orange color and is often used by brunettes to make their hair auburn. You have to be a bit careful with henna. If you use too much, you could well end up with bright orange hair. To use henna as a hair dye, mix 100 grams of henna powder with 1 cup of lemon juice and some water. Leave the mixture for 5 hours before you use it, and then apply to the hair and leave it on for about 2 hours. 4. Marigold petals. Marigold petals will create a strawberry blonde tint in fair hair and give darker hair an auburn tint. With this natural hair dye, the effect gets stronger the more often you use it. So if you want a more vibrant red, then use it regularly. Boil half a cup of fresh marigold petals into cups of water, leave it simmer for half an hour, and then leave it to cool. You can then use the mixture as a final rinse for your hair. 5. Beet juice. Beet juice is another one of wonderful all-natural hair dyes. It will add a red tint to any hair color. But be extra careful with this one, because it can also stain your clothes and your skin. The best way to use beet juice is to mix the juice with some coconut oil, work it into your hair and leave it to sit for about an hour. That will give your hair a red tint and condition it at the same time. 6. Lemon juice. Lemon juice has natural, mild, bleaching properties, so you can use it to add highlights to your hair. Just brush some freshly squeezed lemon juice through your hair and leave it on for a few hours, and if you sit out in the sunlight, 10 highlights will become even more pronounced. It's especially good for giving blonde hair that sun-kissed look. 7. Walnut shells. If it is a dark brown color that you are looking for, the walnut shells will give you that. You can use this all over your hair, or you can just dab it on any patches of gray hair that you might have. Crush up some walnut shells and boil them in water for about an hour. The longer you boil it, the stronger the coloring will be. Then, strain the mixture and leave it to cool before you apply it to your hair and leave it to sit for an hour. 8. Indigo. Indigo, which is the same dye that is used to dye jeans, will dye your hair blue, if that's what you want. If you mix indigo with henna, then depending on the ratio that you mix them, you can dye your hair anything, from dark brown to black. As with all of these natural hair dyes, it's a good idea to test your mixture on a small patch of hair before you dye all of your hair. 9. Carrot juice is another one of fabulous all-natural hair dyes, and it can help add a red tint to your hair. In this case, to add a reddish-orange tint to your hair, work fresh carrot juice into your hair and leave it to sit for about 1 hour. If it doesn't give you enough of a tint the first time, just repeat the process until you get the desired results. 10. Amla. Whilst Amla is not actually a dye, we have included it here because it can be used to tone down natural hair dye colors, and it also conditions hair and gives it more shine. Just mix Amla powder into a paste with water, apply it to your hair, and leave it in for half an hour. Amla can cause an allergic reaction in some people, so if you do feel an itchy or burning sensation, wash it out immediately.